welcome back. I'm gonna do a quick video. Well, probably won't be that quick, but just sort of showing off some of my vinyl records that I have in the collection that I'm building. So as far as the order of the order I show them off in, I'm gonna go in the order I have them set in the container I have here, and it's basically in order alphabetically by artists, and then within the artists I have it ordered chronologically by album release date. So let's get started. So the first artist I have up chronologically is the Beatles, and the earliest album I have from them is Rubber Soul. Now I can go into maybe like in another video about why I like collecting vinyl records and kind of my what I find appealing and everything like that. Long story short, some of it just comes down to like the actually having physical media and the details and the artwork and everything that goes into a vinyl record. So this is their album, Rubber Soul. This album is often considered one of their best albums. It was the album that Brian Wilson listened to before deciding to make Pet Sounds. So obviously this album has a lot of influence. Even just in the short time after it came out, it was already making waves in the music industry. This was the album that came out when they decided that they wanted to stop touring and focus on making music in the studio. It has Paul, Ringo, John, and George on the front cover, with Rubber Soul up here. Kind of an iconic album, though a lot of their album covers are. It is just a single disc. On the back, some pictures. George, Ringo, George, John, Ringo, Paul, John. The track list. It's gonna be flipped, but all the songs on this album. Iconic hits such as Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, Nowhere Man, Michelle, Girl, and In My Life. So that is Rubber Soul. Told you I was gonna fly through these big quick. So next, still in the Beatles catalog, this next album is my personal favorite album from them. Also considered a very influential album, and it marked a step in the Beatles carrying on their more psychedelic leanings from Rubber Soul. And this album is Revolver. I really like this album art. It was done by I forget his name, so don't correct me on this too much. But like Klaus Bormann. I think he was knew the band. He played, I think, bass on John Lennon's Imagine album. He's also an artist too. Again, all four featured on the cover. Ringo, George, Paul, and John. Way more psychedelic than Reversal, with the kind of blending of mixed media pictures and sketches. And I really like just looking at this album cover, because there's like little stuff I didn't notice every time. Like Guy and Paul's ear right here. Sketch of all four of them again. This weird flattened thing of Ringo. It's just really, really interesting album cover. Again, this is still one disc. And on the back here, we have track listings, lead singers, and a picture of all four of them. Not too much going on in the back, but it's kind of okay because of all this going on in the front. It's a bit busy. So that is Revolver. And now we're going on to another Beatles album. And my last Beatles album I have today, this one, not particularly like my favorite, but it is very iconic, very influential. I mainly got it, it was the second Beatles album I bought, and I mainly got it because this particular copy was on sale, because it is in a bit rougher condition. And I figured that I'd get it on sale because usually this album is more expensive in price because it is just so iconic. But this album is Sgt. Pepper. Yeah, it is in a bit rougher condition, as you can see from kind of the edges, but the conditions of like the actual records are still good, so I don't mind it too much. It's kind of nice having like more of a used copy, kind of show some wear on it. It's just add some variety. This album cover is probably the most iconic in their discography. Well, behind Abbey Road, but it's all four of them: John, Ringo, Paul, George on the front, and a bunch of figures and people behind them. Just name a few I recognize. There's Marilyn Monroe right there. There's a bunch of like silent movie actresses. It's like, again, like some four models of the Boys early on in their career. I think that's Stuart Sutcliffe right there. I just realized, because it looks like him, which is interesting. I think that's Muhammad Ali right there, and Bob Dylan up there. I think Karl Marx right there. It's just a very interesting cover, also nice to look at. Then this opens up to feature all four of them right here in their outfits, and I really like this. How it not too much in the center, but it is just a really cool image to have, and perfect, honestly, for the center. All over here, and then in the back we have all the lyrics to all the songs, which is really cool. And then I'm in the back here. And that's also the back of this album cover. Sorry, there's people walking around. You done? Okay. It's also back of this album cover is also fun too. The Paul is dead conspiracy, because he's the only one turning away. So of course that means he's dead. I do not believe in that. Just in case you haven't figured it out. But yep, that's Sgt. Pepper. Now we're moving on to a different artist. This one is probably my top 5 artists of my personal pick, and definitely one that like I hold very dear to me. Another B letter, so pretty close chronologically or alphabetically to the Beatles. And I have a couple albums of his, but also very influential British musician. David Bowie. And his iconic album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders of Mars. This was probably his first big iconic album. Right there. And I like the darkness of this picture because it reflects the whole theme of the album, which is kind of strangely like post-apocalyptic a little bit. I just really like it, the colors of like the orange and yellows, the blues and the sky, the blacks and darkness of the building. And this again, single. Oh, this is interesting. Inside. The others I didn't show really the inside because there wasn't really anything. But inside here, we have the members of the band. That's Bowie right there. Trevor Bolder, Mick Ronson, guitarist. Mick Wood, Nancy. And along here are the lyrics, which is really nice. So that goes right here. On the back is David in the phone booth with, again, track listings. And probably my favorite detail at the bottom here, I know it's flipped, but it says to be played at maximum volume. Details like that is just also why I really love vinyl. Just little things the artist adds in. This is Ziggy Stardust, the Spiders from Mars. And here's another Bowie album. Aladdin, Sane. I wouldn't say my favorite Bowie album, but definitely iconic. With the lightning, his head, the iconic hairdo. Just iconic. This opens up in the center here. For a full picture of Bowie. Kind of similar to Sgt. Pepper, where there's not really much in it, but still a really cool image. And on the back, again, pretty simple. With track listings and an outline of Bowie. Not too much. Pretty basic, but center has the lyrics. Favorite songs from this. Ooh. I also love how, I think this is where he recorded the songs. How they have the cities, parentheses in the back. Which is interesting. Favorite songs. I like Cracked Actor. Time, I really love. The Gene Genie is iconic. And also Lady Granny Soul is probably my favorite of the album. That's Bowie. My last Bowie album. Probably my favorite. David Bowie. Scary Monsters. And I love this cover. It's hard to explain. I mean, he's dressed up as a clown with shadows and again mixing the drawn to the photography and the shadows, and Scary Monsters kind of marks Bowie's end of his famous Berlin trilogy, his first album after that, and kind of moving into a little bit of a different kind of sound. Again, with the sheet, his lyrics. It's pretty cool. It's released in 1980. And going with the theme of the end of the Berlin trilogy. Back here, track listings. Picture from Low, Lodger, and Heroes. Which is kind of cool. So that's this album. Make this a 2-part video because let's see, we're through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still have 8. And this video is getting kind of long, so I think I'm going to cut it off here. I know we only went through 2 artists, but those 2 artists are who I have the most albums on. Having 3 of the Beatles and 3 of Bowie. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Again, this ASMR thing, it's mainly just me making videos for fun. If you don't like them, I mean, there's plenty of other ASMR artists who have better qualities, better draws to them, but I think I just like making them because I love ASMR myself, and I don't know, put myself out there. So if you enjoy, let me know. If you have a favorite album in general, any artist, any genre, let me know. I could check it out. I was looking for new music. If you have a favorite David Bowie album, or a favorite Beatles album, or if I had an album here that you actually hate, and I'll have some arguments as why it is the worst album in all of history. I like to know that too. So yeah, hope you enjoy. See you all later.